Are we on? Good evening, everybody. And I know that some other people are logging in. I did announce that we're going to start 7:45 because we have that big event later at 9 o'clock and we don't want to miss that. So we are going to go straight away into our training this evening. And I'd like to welcome all of you in our Foundations 3. This is our third Foundations training. And I hope, John L., you're there, that this is being recorded for the future so that you can always review, go back, and we can show this again later on in the future. But, our business is so dynamic, things are changing, the world is changing so rapidly. So sometimes we need to tweak things along the way. But I'd like to begin and I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you for being at the training tonight. We're going to talk about in the next 45, 50 minutes. I'm going to train you and talk to you about starting up people and particularly doing launch parties. And why do we do these things? Many people think that all you need to do is register people into the business and share with them links so that they can catch on. Well, that doesn't happen. When you have new ABOs, and if you are actually a new ABO, I would really, really suggest that you cling tightly to your sponsor, to your upline team, and ask them, what's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? Because the business is not obvious. It's not about recruiting people and then just selling stuff or making people shop and sitting back and waiting for the checks to come in. The business promises a lot of money, which of course in 24 years we've seen a lot of that. Financial independence, travel, a lifestyle, etc., etc. And that's not going to happen by accident. We need to be deliberate about what we're doing. Now we're going to start with a startup session, okay? And we're going to talk about product and shopping, Network 21 education, and building your team. When people are new, we need to start them up with product shopping, how to shop online and stuff like that. It seems pretty obvious, but still, if you've sponsored somebody or you're new, you need to do your first shopping, because that's what we do in as a part of the team, is that we become shoppers. And we also, of course, we're going to talk about the N21 education, which is not just about creating volume, but creating a large, profitable, and permanent business. And we're going to talk about building your team. So the startup involves, first and foremost, we've got to start people up with shopping, with product. It is your business. And instead of shopping, if you, as I say, if you own the Shell, why would you go to Petron? If you own Jollibee, why would you go to McDonald's? And so we shop from our own business. And as you start using products, you develop these testimonials and you become an example of the product. Be the product of the product. This is very important. I have never seen anybody build a substantial business without being sold out to buying product and replacing their brand X with Amway products. And you might say, well, that's true. You're building a group and nobody really knows whether or not you're buying product. Well, nobody in your downline knows, but your upline knows whether or not you are. And a normal family would perhaps do 50 PV, 100 PV per month, or to even 300 PV. As I said, I do about 700 to 800 PV a month on personal volume. That's from people who order from me and from our own use at home. So every other 2-3 days, I order online. I mean, By the end of the month, my personal PV is pretty big, and that is your most profitable PV, is the PV that you do personally. The testimonials will make you excited about the business. For example, I used to have a lot of joint pain. In fact, I had difficulty wearing high heels and going upstairs. And that's when I started using our glucosamine. And I can tell you from experience, all the pain, I mean, after a few days, the pain was gone. I have no joint pain at all. I have no aches and pains in my body. And I can go upstairs, I can wear high heels. Well, of course, I've not been doing that during the pandemic, but it was just like a wonderful experience, just getting rid of that pain. So I feel young, I feel energetic with Neutralite. I feel great. You know, I don't have any maintenance drugs. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have all kinds of diseases. I'm just healthy. And of course, I pray to God every day that He continues to bless me and my family with health. But you know, being a user of Neutralite, I am an example and I'm a product of the product. And what we'd like to do actually is look at what's on the website, and everything you need, actually you convert, you replace your brand X using Amway products. Okay. And I'm just looking at some of the chat right now, and people are welcoming each other. In the interest of time, I'd like to, yeah, I know that you can read the chat, everybody, but we have a lot to cover tonight. So I went straight to the meeting. Okay. So, oh, I lost my screen there. There you go. Excess energy drink instead of coffee. Protein, nobody gets enough protein. You need to supplement, and on and on and on. Volume at home, skincare and beauty. I use only Artistry, and I use the anti-aging Youth Extend skincare line. I know you can choose between the Miu or the Youth Extend. And for me, yes, I use the anti-aging skincare. And I also use the cosmetics, the Artistry colors, the collection. I have a lot of that. In fact, we're so excited because today Amway gave us the newest collection, the Artistry Studio eyeshadow with lip color. I'm using some of the eyeshadow, actually experimenting with it. And they gave it to us as a gift. Wow. So whatever you need. Now, we do have some products that we you can use from the US. That's another story. You'll have to order through me, like liver health, probiotics, kids brainiums, heart health, CoQ10, antioxidant complex, a lot of anti-aging serums and creams and stuff like that in the US, which is available through your upline, through me, because we consolidate orders for US, and it's actually brought here by Balikbayan Box. So that's another story. We don't have everything exciting in the Philippines yet, but you can go to amway.com, which is a US website, and you can look at what's there. And, you know, instead of buying from a retail store like Rustan's for expensive anti-aging, you can choose from your Artistry line and save money, in fact, because Artistry would be about 1/3 to 1/2 the price of your prestige brands out there, like ST, Clinique, Lancome. And of course, I'm also talking about your toothpaste. I mean, this is just basic. We shop, you've got to, if you want to be on track to success, we need to replace and use the stuff we have in our own business. And you might say people don't know, but your downline can smell you. They know. Even online, they can smell you. They know whether or not you're a user of the product and if you're a product of the product. This is so basic in our business. And that's how it becomes big, is that everybody uses their Anyway money for stuff like this, surface cleaner, this, and we talk a lot about this. Just going through this as a reminder and to stress that it is important to put in your 50 PV, 100 PV, 300 PV a month. And when we enter into the Amway exclusive shopper program, that's going to be even bigger, which will launch in August. You'll have a lot more personal volume. There you go. Maybe you're fond of gardening, maybe you have a little agribusiness, and so use the agri products. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but this is important, okay? Now, building your team. The next thing, I think Ryan missed the Network 21 part. So you get connect in making the slides. The first part is using the product. Start up with a product. The second part, which I think Ryan missed, was starting up with N21. Did you have those slides? I'm sorry. Because without N21, you really cannot build a large business. And well, he says here, use the N21 system, but I'm talking specifically about downloading the N21 mobile app, which will open up a whole new world of learning. And when you start listening to audios on a daily basis, I mean, that was my secret. I was listening to 2 to 3 audios a day when I started. I was bulletproof. My certainty was greater than anybody's doubt. I felt superior. Not because I'm superior, but because I had superior knowledge. So if you're new and for people you sign up, it's very essential. I want you guys to be successful. I want you to be on track. I want you to be excited, because when you're listening to these audios on a daily basis, you are excitement. You are excited, and there is nothing more contagious than being excited. That's how you sponsor people, not because you know everything, not because you're brilliant in the computations, not because you can answer everything, not because you know the formulation of glister or what's an acerola cherry, and that stuff does not sponsor people. What sponsors people is your excitement. That's why I joined this business. I met a 22-year-old who was just super excited, and I didn't understand why he was excited. All I wanted to know was, why was he excited? Okay, so when you download the app, the N21 mobile app, you have an option there for media share, meaning you have a media library which you can really soak in, and you have a media share which you can also listen to, but you can forward to as many people as you want, unlimited. Imagine that you have this app for your first 30 days free of charge, FOC. This has never happened in the history of 24 years. We always had to pay for our N21 mobile app. Well, it wasn't a mobile app before. It was a physical CDs and all. It's called Continuing Education Program. But because of this pandemic, we are now, the Network 21 is giving this free for the first 30 days for the first timers. Again, I'll tell you the truth. I have never seen anyone build a long-term, substantial, solid, profitable business. Yeah, you can build an overnight business and make money today in a few months, but that's not the kind of business we want. The kind of business that we want is permanent and profitable and thriving despite any challenges. And I have never seen anybody develop such a business who is not connected to the N21 system. You can talk to any other leader of Amway in the Philippines, and they might tell you something else. But if you're in our team and you're with our leaders, we will all agree that the N21 system is the how to building this business. So soak in those audios. And if you are an older ABO before, you cannot get it free. You will have to always subscribe every month. And I tell you, it is truly worth it to keep on subscribing because the information is new. And what is so exciting is the ability to share media to as many people. When I talk about media, it's share talks to anybody, anywhere in the world, just by clicking on some things in the app. Phenomenal results. You know, you're allowing a meeting to go into the mind of these new people you're sharing the information with. The N21 mobile app is also the doorway to get your N21 Connect ticket, which is going to happen on Saturday. It's 450 pesos, but these have never been expenses for me. I have never thought of spending for events online or live as an expense. They have always been an investment for me. So if you're new or not new, get into the mobile app and ask again. We will be posting simple instructions on how to pay for your 450 entrance for the N21 Connect, which is happening on Saturday at 1 o'clock. That has been my simple attitude from day one when I joined this business. I'm a very good student. I'm just a student, okay? I started clueless. All I did was, if my mentor, my uplines told me, listen to this, I listened. They told me to go to this meeting, I went. If they challenged me, I fought hard to, qualify for challenges so that I could be in a smaller meeting. It's in the smaller meetings where you really learn what it takes to build a very large, profitable, and permanent business. Remember, guys, friends, ABOs, you guys, we want you to be successful. All Network 21 is not on trial. Sister G is not on trial. We've been here for 24 years. We're more excited today with this digital transformation. But we just need to be students, because all the secrets that you need to be successful has already been recorded, and it is available for you in the N21 mobile app and in the N21 Connect. I hope that 450 is not a big amount, because today, I mean, you go to school, how much is tuition? I was just told that Ateneo has the same tuition fee educating their students online as the same as it were a live class. How much? 100,000 plus a year for education? For what? To become what? I mean, I'm not trying to put down school or Ateneo, but you're trying to become an employee. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But look at what's happening in the world today. There is no more safe, secure job. And for the next 2 years, we don't know what's going to happen unless you have a business that is solid and supported by billions of dollars to thrive, just like ours. I don't know what else is out there, Now, the system is there to educate you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to get you excited. And if you're excited, your excitement shows, and you sponsor people by your excitement and your certainty. People can also see your doubt and your lack of excitement. So excitement can be very contagious, but also lack of excitement can be very, very contagious. So you choose what you want. I have always chosen to be around people who are successful, because I knew that whether I listened to audios or whether I saw them live, whatever it was, their excitement transferred to me. And I just had to borrow their excitement. I had to borrow their success in the beginning. I had no money. I didn't understand this, but I was excited because I was around excited people and positive people. And then you want to multiply your efforts, meaning build a team. You're not the only one working, but you actually what is that quotation that you enjoy 100% effort, but your effort's only 1%. And that effort comes from 100 people. And that's how you multiply your effort, okay? Using the system of Network 21. So I doubt if there were slides for the mobile app. I think we missed that. But what we need to do to build your team, increase your income, multiply your efforts is to show the plan. Okay. Now, to show the plan, you're going to get just about 3 results. You're going to get somebody who says, "No, I'm not interested." And yesterday I got rejected by uh, a friend of mine who I invited, and he said, "Sis, I'm busy right now, and I'm not I'm not really looking for anything." Well, okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm immune to the rejection. If you guys are new, be ready for the rejection. Be ready to eat the rejection every morning, because that's part and parcel of building the Amway business. But guess what? He can be a retail client because I asked him about his health and maybe he'd like to take vitamins, or he can be an exclusive Amway shopper. And this is going to launch in August. What is an exclusive shopper? If you don't know about this yet, Amway is going to introduce a new membership, Amway exclusive shopper membership, which is 300 pesos. Will have a number linked to your number, and they can actually, as an exclusive shopper, they can use a 300 membership to shop for anything again. So it's like a gift certificate, and they can shop as much as they want. They can buy at wholesale. They can enjoy free delivery, money back guarantee for 100 days, but they don't get the points. It goes to you, and they don't get to sponsor people. But Amway exclusive shoppers can always become an ABO. It's a very simple switch, and that's something for the future. So we don't force people. They select maybe a retail client, maybe an exclusive shopper, maybe an ABO, someone who pays the 1,000 membership. And for me, there are 2 kinds of ABO. There's one who's casual and curious. They just want to, they're just there because they're curious, no problem. And some who are serious. And the serious ones have urgency. They want to know how to create significant income. And the focus of our STP, dear friends, the reason we show this business and we want to expose this to a lot of people is simply to find the serious ABO. Because it's the serious ABO who's going to do the next few steps. They're going to share the business now, and they're going to come up with a list and start to share this. And in the process of trying to identify the serious ABO who normally will rise to the top, just like what my mentor, the late Jim Dornan, said, the cream will always rise to the top. You cannot show this business perfectly to the wrong person. And you cannot show this business in the worst possible way to the right person. What I'm saying is, if the person is the right person, no matter how badly you show this business, they are going to rise to the top. Cream is going to rise to the top, just like me. I saw it accidentally. Nobody invited me. It was just 5 minutes. I didn't know who that person was, but the right person was in the room. That was me. And, the rest was history. This is all a search to find the serious ABO. But in the process, you find people who will create more volume for you by simply buying from you, ordering from you, or shopping. And that's exciting because that's anyway money, and anyway money is totally unlimited. So let's look at the ABO, the serious ABO. How do we find that person? Because that's the person who's going to multiply our efforts and start to create what we call the exponential growth. We do not grow by addition, we grow by multiplication. And that Sirius ABO is really hard to find. I mean, if this were easy to do, everybody would do it and there would be no more money in Amway. It's kind of hard to find. That's a sad thing. It's not easy. I have to manage your expectation. That's why we talk so much about the power of a dream, so it can be bigger than your obstacles. It's not easy to find that. You will get discouraged, you will get rejected. Welcome to Amway. But here's the good news. Finding the Sirius ABO is 100% predictable. 24 years, I can tell you that it's 100% predictable. You just need to persist. So let's look at ways to show the plan. Okay, one way is to simply share a video which is actually available in your N21 mobile app. You have to buy it, but you're going to have some credits. You don't buy it with money. The app comes with some credits where you can purchase this video. And this is like in 12 minutes, your life can change. Dave Dornan talks about the business model with Amway and Network 21, and you can just forward it to as many people as you want. Imagine, before we didn't have this. Before we didn't even have cell phones. We had to call up people. When I started, no cell phones. We had to call up people landline and set an appointment with them. Either meet them in their home or go to a coffee shop. It was not like this. We could just forward material. Or you can actually also show something that doesn't show Amway. But it's a wonderful video. Ariel Driz actually shows this 5-minute video in his No Borders Project talk every Monday. It is a hidden link on YouTube. You cannot find this. You have to ask Ariel or Ryan. Text us, I want a copy of this. The thing with this, it's just 5 minutes and it has no Amway. It has no Network 21. It is a very it's a large overview of the industry, and it's a very professionally done. So you can share this, you can share this, you can share this, and it can open a door. Because when you share this, all you need to do is, did you see the video? So what do you think? Do you need more information? And then you can take the next step. Another way you can show the plan is the next step is to invite them to our ongoing webinars. Team Syzygy has put together the 8 o'clock habit, where you can plug anybody in. There is no real chronological order. If you have the right person, you can plug them into the health talk, you can plug them into the book talk tomorrow. But if you want a first timer to see the business, it's Monday at 8 or Friday at 8. And you're familiar with the 8 o'clock habit. This is where we show the full plan with the full details. And of course, immediately on Tuesday and then immediately on Saturday, the next day, we have Bouncing Forward 2, which is already the next steps. We're already educating your people, your ABOs. You can also do a one-on-one chat. Share the business with your friend, share the business with your cousin or whoever. If I just shared a video today about the next 2 years, this COVID pandemic, the world is not the same in the next 2 years. So many people will be in the brink of losing their jobs. Money will be hard. Security and peace of mind is going to be hard to come by. And people are actually praying for an opportunity. And this is the time to reach out to them, whether you give them a link or a chat or a video or just hi, hello, what's going on in your life? I can't promise anything, but let me talk to you about a digital business that I'm expanding, and it's up to you. There are no mistakes. You can't do anything wrong, because every time, let's say something didn't work, which happens most of the time, even for me, It's not negative. It's a learning experience. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not know everything and move. Just do what you know. You can also do your own Zoom launch party. Okay, now we're going to talk about how do you do a home launch party. Before the pandemic, we always talked about doing home launch parties live in your living room. Okay, that was the magic of developing exponential growth. Because when you're talking to people one on one, you're fishing with a pole. When you're talking to people, when you're doing a launch party, you're fishing and looking for that, serious ABO, a few key people with a net, not a pole. There's also a difference with a launch party. The launch party can be very intimate, emotional. The trust is high because you are the host and you're inviting your friends and relatives and former classmates and neighbors and everybody in the world to attend your launch event. Very, very intimate and emotional, in fact, because you're going to be sharing some of your dreams. Whereas in the Bouncing Forward or Ariel's No Borders project, we tend to be more professional, not emotional. And I was telling a team last night that the Amway business is not a logical business. This is an emotional business. And again, my upline told me when I was new in 1996, when you show the plan, it is not a logical experience. It is an emotional experience. And that's why we move people to action, is because of emotion and not logic. We are people of emotion. We are creatures of emotion. I mean, is it logical to meet every night and do these things every night, always excited? No, because it's not logical, but we're emotional about our business. We're excited and we're emotional about our dreams and goals. We're emotional about our families, the people we love. And that emotion can happen during a launch party as compared to just giving them a link, which is cold. Okay. So let's look at the launch party. Let's say you're new and you're going to launch. Have 2 dates, 2, 3, in fact, even 4 dates if you want. As long as you have more people you can invite, you're not limited to 2. There is no cost to doing a launch party. You're not feeding people. People are not going to travel hours to get to your home. You don't need a home. You just need an internet connection. The attendees will become you as the host, the new people, and the guests are your prospects. We don't call them prospects. I'll just say prospects here, your friends and neighbors and classmates and relatives. And your VIP guests are your line of sponsorship, your upline. They are the VIP. Now we're going to get an event together with these group of people. And sometimes, just to let you know, your guests may include other people from other groups who are observing a launch party. Okay. I'm just distracted here by some of the comments. All right. Okay. Now, some people were commenting, Ariel, about the dogs. Anyway, we're just absolute dog lovers. So, and if you see, we will ask your permission if it's okay that other people go to your launch party to observe, because they're also going to do a launch party. So it's okay. They'll just be in the background quiet and their name will come out. So that's it. So these are you have 2 dates. You do not ask your guests when they're free. It's only you and your LOS uplines who decide on the dates and the time. It's like you're going to have a party. You don't call up everybody, when are you free? When are you free? No, we have the dates. They can make it or not make it. We go. Okay. And it's also part of this posture thing. We don't ask people when they're free. We set the dates, and if they're open and they want to, then they can come, or if not, they can go to another meeting. And just going to the next slide over here is preparing the party. Be sure you have some products with you. Maybe during the party, you're drinking your excess. And then after, because at the end, you're going to show some product, show them your toothpaste, show them the stuff you have at home. Okay, show them your daily vitamins, your double X, because you want to show your friends that you have the stuff at home. Activity, where you might do an icebreaker, you're going to show the plan, you're going to share some dream book or dream slides. I'll show you that in a while. Results, again, you might just have a customer, you might have someone who's going to be an Amway shopper, or you might be rewarded because you're persistent. God might bless you with a serious ABO in your meeting. You cannot convince people. People are the people who become serious ABOs are not convinced that you convince them. No, they are already convinced. They're looking for something, that they need to find something that they can own and that can change the course of their future. They have a burn inside, and they're looking, they're praying, they're already convinced that they want something more in their life. And what they're looking for is business ownership. You find them, you don't convince them, okay? So different results, and party T is for team, that you're going to have your upline team there, and that the magic is that you want your guests to get connected to the team, because they're disconnected. Your friends don't know your team. And what's important is the word called edification. You need to be able to promote your team as the VIPs of the event, because then the tension goes down and the trust goes up. That's what you want to happen. Because when you introduce your friends to your upline, like to me or your platinum, or to Ariel or Titus or Jonel or Romina, I mean, what they do is they don't know us from Adam. So the tension is very high. What you want to do is lessen the tension and build the trust by promoting them. What do you mean promote? If you went to a nice restaurant, which you can imagine because you can't do this now with the pandemic, and you love the experience being the restaurant, you like the service, you like the ambiance, and you start telling your friends, oh my God, you should see this restaurant. It's really nice. It was wonderful experience. The food is excellent. That's how you talk about your upline. You promote them. Oh, you should meet dot, dot, dot. You should meet so. And it doesn't have to be your platinum. It doesn't have to be somebody with a big income. It can be your sponsor. Just say something positive. I'm really proud to be working with my sponsor. She's 23 years old, but she's really committed and she's excited, and it doesn't even have to be me. And of course, the why represents why, which is your dream. It's very important to be able to share this during the party. Now, let's go on and just look at some of the terms, okay? We do not use this terminology: networking, upline, downline, recruit, sell, marketing. Are you interested? And the words, attend ka naman, no commitment. Oh my God. For me, that's like you're going to sell me something. So I don't want to be there. I don't want to be sold anything. Isn't it the same when you enter a store and somebody keeps following you, bugging you behind at the back of your shoulder, watching everything you do, and starts telling you, would you like this? Would you like that? And just you get irritated with somebody trying to sell you something, and you just want to get out of the store, right? So it's the same thing. We don't use words like are you interested or no commitment. Instead, we use digital commerce. That's our industry. Your upline is your coach. Your downline, call them your colleagues. And we are selective. We're trying to identify only a few key people. We are expanding a market, and we can't promise anything. So instead of saying no commitment, we say, I can't promise anything. I don't know if this is for you, but considering there's a new normal, you know what? It might be helpful for you to sit in and get some information. Stuff like that. Again, you don't have to memorize these lines. You don't have to have the eloquence of the invite. Just do it and learn along the way, because you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. The right person is going to come out no matter what you say. Okay. So just the words that create the negative feel are on the left. Okay. So again, my upline would even tell me, this is advanced Amway, that we never ask, are you interested? Because I or you have limited time. So it's about, are you going to be interested to work with that person? Because your limited time and my limited time should be invested with the right people. So we're looking for the serious ABO. We are not asking them, are you interested? Instead, in your mind, you're asking yourself, am I interested to work with this person? And that kind of posture is very attractive to people, because they know that you're not chasing them. You know, it's like feeding the birds. Um, let's say you have some birds and you're in a park and you have your hand filled with seeds. You don't run to the birds and try to feed them the seeds. What do? They get scared, they fly away. What you do is you slowly approach the birds, you drop some seeds, and you turn your back and you walk away. And you see that the birds follow you. So the invitation, the style of getting people to see this business, whether it's a Zoom party, whether it's you're inviting them to see a webinar, you know, you're giving them a link. That's how you approach it. But again, it's a numbers game. The more people you invite, the more you'll find the serious ABOs you're looking for. Okay, so starting the party. I don't know how much time do we have? 15 minutes. Starting, that's why pressed for time. But anyway, I know your attention span is also limited. Starting the party. Host, let's in guests one by one. And it's chit chat time. Microphones open, video cams open, if that's possible. You know, hi, hello, kamusta? So it's nice to be noisy, because you're chit chatting. It relaxes people, and the host is in charge of getting people in, and you begin with an icebreaker activity. Now, earlier today, we had a home launch and we did a nice icebreaker activity, which I can't tell you right now, but you can always observe future launch parties to see what kind of activities that they do. We had some guests actually from another team attend the launch party at 6 o'clock today, but it was good. And it's just to break the ice, because people are stiff. You know, they don't know what this launch is about. They don't know who are the strange names there. And the host just, hi, welcome, my friend. Oh, this is my business coach, Ryan. And, you know, just chit chat. And then the meeting starts. An example of introducing, the host needs to take control and say, hi, everyone, glad you could join me tonight. I'd like to especially welcome my coaches. And you know, these are very busy people and they found time to be with me tonight. So let me introduce them to you. So and so has a background in IT, and then, you know, you wave, and so is a professional, is a medical doctor, and you wave, and I'm so grateful that they're helping me grow my business. So you introduce and you edify you lessen the tension and and you introduce more trust for your guests, your coaches. But then you introduce particular, anyway, let's see. The next thing is you'd like to talk about your dreams. Okay. So what you want to do, this is what I would do. You could do any sequence you want. You can be creative, but it's good to have these elements. Okay. It doesn't have to be exactly the words we say. It doesn't have to be exactly the sequence. Start with your dreams. Talk about your vision board from your heart and share about 5 to 6 dreams. Show pictures, make it personal, and make it detailed. I cannot forget the time when I was watching my sponsor, 22-year-old, interview my friend, actually my tita. She's actually the friend of June Malakaman who's watching, Tita Pearl. And he was doing a follow-up with her and I was just watching. That was the first time I ever saw a follow-up. And he asked, so what do you want? I like a house. Okay, how many? It's not a house. It's like he interviewed her, how many bedrooms? Okay, how would it have a TV room? Would you want something with a music room? Would you want something with a swimming pool? Would you like something with a garden? What's the color of the roof? What kind of windows do you see in your house? What kind of furniture? Very, very detailed description of the dream. You like to get into details so your guests can begin to imagine with you, oh my God, this is nice. I mean, if I could have this too, that would be wonderful. So you start off with sharing your dreams and then you introduce the presenter. So you have the background of your presenter ready, and then the presenter is now the speaker and is now a co-host and shares his screen and begins to show the opportunity. Amway, Network 21, Team CCG, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, yeah, Malakaman, you are famous. Yes, you are, because he's 24 years. I met him in 1996. So anyway, so you can, and people are beginning to think, oh my God, she's pretty pumped about this. What if it's true? What if what if this, whatever this is, could get her that house or that dream condominium in this really prime area? I mean, what if it were true and I was left behind and I didn't even listen? I didn't even check it out. One of the strongest motivators in building Amway is the fear of being left out. Your friends, when they feel your certainty, when they hear our commitment to help people build this business to the heights of success that they want for the rest of our lives and our children's lives and so on, I mean, they're thinking, I really don't like, I really don't like this type of business, but these people are really pumped. They're really excited. What if this is true? What if this is going to happen and I got left behind and I didn't even check it out properly? I will not make that happen. In fact, there's a famous story about Gad Gabriel, who has a huge business today. He was one of the most negative person on the planet to see this. And the person who showed the plan in a live home meeting was Peter Cox. And Peter Cox said, he went up on stage and he's like so yabang, a lot of ego. And he said, I don't care whether you join or not, but I'm telling you this, next year, I'm going to be playing golf and you're going to work every day. And, no matter how negative Gad Gabriel was, these guys are Australian, it just went to his brain. I don't want to be told what to do or what not to do. What if this guy was right? What if next year, and all these things. So when you're certain and strong about it, people follow. So the next thing is the STP and impact statements. Here we go. At the end, everyone is going to talk. I mean, the upline LOS. if you are the presenter, you're the one to talk at the end. So this is where you want to remember, we started with a dream, we're going to end with a dream again. We end with emotion. So the presenter says, and so, I'd like to just tell you why I'm building the business and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So you talk about your dreams, and then the next upline talks, and then the next upline talk, and avoid speeches. Don't make it long. Make it 1 minute, if you ask me, just an impact statement and your dreams. Okay. So how does that go? My name is so and so. I'm actually, I work in the IT industry. When I first saw this business, this is how you do an impact statement. When I first saw the business, I felt that it was too good to be true, and that I did not connect to the idea of, networking. But I attended a N21 event. I listened to some audios, and I did a one-on-one meeting with my sponsor. And this is what I found out: the business is real, and anybody with a dream and a strong desire and good work ethic can actually succeed. And I'm looking forward to achieving my dream. And this is what I want. I'd like to be financially independent, and my game, my in about 5 years or 2 years, I'd like to be able to secure the education of my children, and I'm looking forward to that using this business model. I'd like to be able to pay off debt or whatever. So you want this to be the structure, and you don't want to ramble around. So your name, how you felt, so that you can relate to new people. Because when you say I didn't really connect right away, the new people are saying, yeah, that's exactly what I feel. I don't connect right away. But then I listened to some audios, and I attended some events online, and especially the N21 Connect, and wow. And so and then this is what I'm looking forward to. I'm excited about the future, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that's just an example. The ending. Okay. So now you're ending your launch party. You can end with a powerful video. You can end with the N21U video, which shows different people. You can end with a lifestyle video. It's up to you. What do you mean by lifestyle? You can video yourself that, you're walking in a park, you're free, or we can't exactly take videos of eating out in restaurants, or we can show travel videos of the past. So it depends on what kind of video you want to show. We can show the Dubai video. It depends. Okay. You talk about it with your sponsor, the one who's going to do the event, because videos break the monotony of a long talk, and they're very inspiring, and they're also emotional. And then after the impact statements and the video, the host takes over again and invites and thanks first the LOS. I'd like to thank my coaches, and you name them one by one, again, edifying them, promoting them, giving them the power to building the trust, and then invites them to the 8 p.m. habit. Okay. And be sure that you always tell them, and the next step is, because if you don't have a next step, people are just, okay, we'll get back to you, we'll set a time, or no. And the next step is, you can attend our Bouncing Forward on Friday. And this, I'm going to send you the link, or you be very deliberate about it, because, our business is leadership driven. You have to be the leader, so they follow you. And the next step is, we're going to have a chat. I'm available on, or you can actually tell them we're going to have a chat and then set the date later on. It depends on how many guests you have. And you can, for everybody, they can attend the 8 o'clock habit, which can be a book talk, which can be a health talk. Any kind of activity builds belief. Remember this, activity builds belief. Emotion causes people to act. This is not a logical business. This is an emotional business. And we want to be able to show this emotion online. We're not able to show it eyeball to eyeball, belly button to belly button, because we can't do that. But we need to speak from our heart. We need to share our dreams and online. And we need to get good at that now, because this is the only way we can connect with people. And who's going to stop us from finding the best way that we can to connect with people's hearts? For me, the personal Zoom launch party, which you will do and duplicate, is a way to connect more on a higher emotional level compared to just the 8 p.m. habit, where everybody they don't really know each other so well until, of course, there's a breakout room. So be deliberate and tell them the next step is. And then when the next step comes, and the next step is, and then again the next step is, and until they get it. They get it. And trust me, some people are not going to get it. It's okay. Don't worry. You're never going to run out of people. There are billions of people on planet Earth, and our business is online. We can reach anybody, anytime, anywhere. You're never going to run out of names, but you will run out of courage, and you will run out of belief. And the gasoline, the power you need, is the power working with us, the team who believes, and connecting with the N21 system. So we are committed to help you guys achieve whatever it is, your highest dreams and goals. As long as I'm on planet Earth, I'm committed to do that. And Ryan is going to help me later on, which is very distant from now, because I am very excited about the future. I have all the energy to build the business really big. Now, are there any questions at all? What's this, Dan?
The virtual concert.
Okay. I just want to show you because, okay, are there this? Uh-oh. I hear. This is the app you need. What is this?
No, that's the Amway event page.
Okay, this is the Amway event page. Where do they find this?
I just posted it.
Okay, and you can join the virtual concert in a few minutes. Okay, am I right? It's 8:45 exactly. Are there any questions before I close? Any questions? Burning questions, confusion, and all. Oh, happy birthday, Fred Nadella. I saw that here. Okay. And yes, we're wishing you many, many more happy, healthy, excited years. And okay, I'm seeing some of the posts. And of course, action cures fear. Aren't we just so blessed that we have this environment right now where everything is in place? We are not on trial. We have this global event happening in 15 minutes where you will witness the heart, the spirit, the support, and the wealth, the millions of dollars support that Amway gives to all of us. We are so blessed. And like what I said today, there is a Chinese proverb, and I feel this so strongly. And the Chinese proverb goes that when you are given, a gift of great value. It is your moral obligation to share it with other people. Whenever you think, oh, will I invite this person or will I not? Just invite, because it is our moral obligation to show them that we have in our hands a gift of great, great value. Correct. I'll see you tomorrow, guy. I'll see you later if I can see you in the millions of people watching. Anyway, but I'll see you tomorrow for Ariel's phenomenal book sharing. And this is a way also to connect people to our 8 p.m. habit. Just give them the book link. And that's going to be the second part of his book. And I know Ariel will do a phenomenal job. And until then, tomorrow, I'll see you guys. Good night. Enjoy the concert with Adam Levine. We're excited. Bye. Get online now.